Hello, operators. I am Leonidas. This is Nucleares, and this is the patch notes of patch 178 that dropped a little bit earlier today. So I'm going to run through the patch notes like I did in a previous video. I already did one where I did the playthrough trying to find the new stuff. Was excited for a couple things, was confused by some other things. So if you haven't seen that one, go give it a view. But for now, let's go ahead and read through these. So, fixed a bunch of bugs. The first one, fixed the bug when performing core maintenance while the coolant level was restored with open hatches. So, what happened there is if you had the floodgates opened as you're going down the stairs to get in the core, and you did maintenance on the core, what AO does is he would remove all the water and then he'd restore all the water for you to like the max level. Well, you'd have doors open and water. So it just kind of made that make sense. Low oil consumption of circulation pumps. My guess there is that means that now the oil is going to burn faster on circulation pumps. That's kind of a new feature because I've never had to add oil. I also haven't played for lots of days because I keep starting new games over to make videos. Fixed a bug in reactor efficiency calculation. Okay, so that's a calculation for efficiency. And that I think it has later to do with, it talks about improve the reactivity meter to make readings faster, smoother, and more accurate, avoiding constant jumping. That's later down. You'll see that. Fixed a bug in condensation calculations, resulting in condensation being too slow. I guess that's with the condenser. Interesting. Okay, not sure what from that addresses. Repetitive clicking sound of the core running audio effect. That was a Unity problem with audio, what are they called? Emitters. And some people heard when they stood near the, I think it was a steam generator, they heard a clicking noise. So fix that one. Fix the destroyed pump alarm label on the primary circuit. There was one that was, I think it's just an alarm label. It was mislabeled. There were two that were pump. I forget what it was. That's just, yeah. Bug where water in the external vessel does not boil or evaporate properly. So this had to do with temperature. As your core heats up, it should boil away some of the external water, and it wasn't. So that is supposed to happen now. We might have to test that at another time. Fixes improvements were made to AO. Fixes and improvements. AO pathfinding. AO sometimes would get wet by running over the reactor. If you look in my other video, the one where I do the playthrough of 178, if you go over the core at too low of a height, AO drops. He descends. You can't make him go up. It's kind of bizarre. It follows a certain distance from the floor, and it registers the floor as like the core. So if he gets down in there, be careful. You might not be able to get him back out. Fix the bug that caused an abrupt drop and bounce in core temperature when loading save progress. Partial correction needs improvement. That's where when you load a save game, your core temperature instantly drops from 20 to 25 degrees. So it looks like it's still in the process. Fix the bug in next audit counter. Oh, this is for the audit counter. Some resolutions appear incorrectly located, sometimes without the minutes. It'll tell you, audit in 1 day, 18 minutes. 1 day, 4 hours, 20 minutes, whatever it is. On some resolutions, it would drop off the minutes. It would just have the day and hours. So I fixed that. Fixed a bug in container tank label maintenance report. This is one of the ones that I reported. It just needed a couple line breaks in the AO's maintenance report. Pretty simple. Fixed bug in the translation of the ion column cleaning pump control panel help tooltip. Okay. Don't know what, I don't remember what that one was. Fixed an issue with Xenon's reactivity meter, which would sometimes stop updating. Okay. Fixed the bug where explosions were not affecting the player or AO. You will get damage now when things explode if you are nearby. So keep that in mind. I believe is what that one is. I have not tested it, but I believe that's what it is. Fixed bug in power distribution where turbine with breaker open would receive energy return damage even if there were resistant banks available. This is something that people complained of, but I couldn't get to work. In where if you spun up your turbine, it's spinning at 3060, but you have not closed the circuit breaker to connect to the city, you leave it open. Apparently it was taking damage. I couldn't get it to repeat that, but some people could. So apparently that fixes that. Added thermal monitoring to fuel blocks, which we know. Added fuel blocks thermal monitoring gauges. We saw those. Check my other video, the playthrough of 178. toggle to always. I couldn't get that one to work. It says add a toggle to always run instead of walk Alt plus R. Also, my NVIDIA caused an issue. Like it would come up when I did Alt R. So I might try disabling my NVIDIA, whatever that is, software. You know, the little whatever it's called, and see if that works. Added the concept of personalities to AO. This one I was excited for. I haven't been able to see it yet. I haven't tested it. It can be disabled from the AO settings on the tablet, and it's in development. Okay. Improved the reactivity meter. That's one we talked about. Reactivity meter has been changed. Modified wear on the resistance banks to avoid deterioration when they are connected and not in use. This was a complaint that a bunch of people had. If you have, say, 3 resistor banks installed, but only switch for number 1 is flipped on, the other 2 red are off, all 3 would take equal wear. So apparently it's been fixed to where now just the ones that are active are going to be the ones taking wear, which I think is good. Increase the tolerance of the no resistor banks and overload resistant banks alarm to prevent them from sounding when there are changes in demand. This one is when you are under load and the resistor banks are working and then you switch them off, you would automatically get an alarm that said no resistor banks, and it would slow your time down, or you had to wait like 2 or 3 seconds and then it would update, and so it just it changed that. Where to go? Fix the bug in the evaporator, which is the steam generator, where under certain circumstances an excessive increase in pressure occurred. Well, that's vague. That's cool. It's in the wrong place, but a new in-game warning system has been added. The blue exclamation mark. This is used to indicate corrections or new features introduced in the fixes. That one we saw again in my other video. So if you want to see some of these in action, go check out the video where I did the playthrough. It's about 25 minutes long, maybe 30 minutes of me checking some of these out and looking for stuff. Didn't find a lot. It all happens in the control room, but go check it out, and it'll take some playing through to see how these calculations have changed. Be sure to come into the Discord where you can report bugs that you find. You can see other bugs that people have found, make suggestions, ask questions, get some help, get some answers. Say hi to me and anybody else who's in there. Don't forget to say hi to GA. Tell him Leonidas sent you. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll see you again soon.